So this is the beginning of the gut. So there's a short in here somewhere. So I got a feeling it's water damage just from what I see, but I just pulled it out, looked around there. Don't really see much, but we're just going to leave that. I'll address the soft area later, but here I just took off the seat. It just goes under there, cushion on top. I'm just unscrewing those screws there. I'm going to go around here, and I'm just going to remove this whole seat here. Then I'm going to try to remove this countertop, this wall, and get this fridge out of there. That's first line of business, because I want to trace back this wire to where it goes, or I want to expose all of these wires. I want to figure out the electrical problem and may completely redo the electrical in here. One thing to be aware of when you're taking this apart, your staples, not just screws, staples everywhere. So just be aware of that. Now, if you're wondering how this comes apart, use a hammer. But yeah, this comes out like that. Again, little staples. Just peel it. Just framed in there. I just want to pop that fridge out today. That's my goal before I leave. And I see the fridge is held in little screws. I'll take those out there. Probably going to be the same over here. Oh, it looks like there's little nails holding this side piece in. Yeah, and that piece came off easy. Just little nails. I just hooked my hammer into the bottom, peeled the bottom off first, then it all just came out. Oh, this wasted space. Oh, that space in there could have been used for something. Nothing. Insulation out. I'll just do this because I'm going to need to get a mask. Looks like probably going to have to take these doors off, I think, to get this kind of metal frame out. I think. I'm not sure yet. Well, began the gutting. Took that off. That's the fridge. Getting this fridge out of here. There's the fridge. So I know there's an electrical problem here, which kind of is the, I gotta figure it out. Obviously it looks like a fridge leak caused some issues. So figure that out. And I got this cabinet removed. Pieces here. Yeah. Side of the fridge. So gut city. Gutting it, not fucking around. Not bad for probably an hour and a half and trying to be quiet. Screwdriver and a hammer, that's all I have. I'm out of here though, I'm leaving. It's getting dark, can't see. I'm gonna go look at a couple heaters to get in here. Secondhand heaters. Miss you, baby. Love you. Well, not much to show during this process. It's just rip. So it's nice to just get into it and just start taking it apart as carefully or as rough as you like. And I'm searching for the leak as I'm kind of doing it. So here's where water comes up through your back and goes into your shower. So let's dry the bone there so it's not there. This is just wet, removed wet. Pulled the fridge out, pulled the stove out. Not gonna go with the fridge at all, so I'll do something with that hole down the road. Not thinking about anything now, except gutting. Gut, and more gut. Unfortunately, because this floor is all soft right here, this whole section's got to come out. In the bathroom, feels dry. So when I knock on the outside wall right here, it sounds wet. So I'm going to pull this tub out. I got all the shower just chopped up into little pieces. So I'm bagging it. But yeah, I'll pull this out, see what we got under there. So that was in there. Is that what it looks like in here? I'll let this out in a second. Actually, let's just do that now. Let's see if I can do this. Pretty deep tub actually, but somebody was making a nest. It fell out of the tub when I opened it. It's like I'm stealing somebody's home. That must have been a vent. Sucking the air through there. Either goes up the back and probably out here, I'd suspect. That's your vent. Yeah. Which is weird because you got one here. Not sure what the purpose of this one is. But it's soft. This all looks good. I don't see any leaks really. Let's see. Who knows? This is coming out anyway. I'm not putting a tub in here. Like, the fuck's the purpose of a tub? Who's gonna get in that tub? A child, maybe? That's how I demo. Quick and easy. I got time to do this all fancy pants. Try to save anything. It's just a waste of time. Anywho. Where I'm at. Shower demo. So it's just like little, I don't know, 3/8 sheeting, styrofoam, and then I think 3/8 sheeting on the bottom, and then it's your vapor barrier, but everything is just soaking right through. So the top 3/8 is paper, and the bottom 3/8 is paper. I don't know what this is. Some sort of flimsy ass cross member. I think, see where the problem is though. It just kept being rotten all the way through. Under the wall. And that's the outside. In the corner of the shower here. Oh, the phone's all screwed up. So I got that out. This whole thing is rotten. It goes rotten right to, well, everything, right to outside. That's the outside. So the bubbling I see on the paint on the other side of the wall, it's leading me to believe there's a leak up there, and it's been leaking behind this wall, coming under here, going everywhere, and just doing it for a very long time. So this wall's got to come out. I don't see it solid up here. You probably, yeah, it's rotten. Maybe I'll take out a piece at the bottom to make sure before I go crazy and smash everything up here. So yeah, this plumbing's got to come out. So I'll probably, I don't know, doesn't matter. I'll probably cut it in the corner here somewhere. And this is all your, it's your power from the outside. Your 110 comes through. And then it gets, must be routed through the back here somewhere. Then it gets over to your box. And then when it splits it up, charges your battery, and does your DC for everything else in here that's on direct current. Yeah, that came out. Pulled out a piece of the pipe. Bottom out of this wall, actually, this partition, doesn't look too wet. It is at the bottom, but it's really only the bottom plate. The subfloor is shot, but it didn't creep up the wall too much. So hopefully it did the same thing over there and just it's the bottom plate. So I'll probably just remove, I don't know, I'll go up a foot or something. But I think what I got to do next is the rest of this got to come out along with the plumbing, because this floor has got to come out. And then I will have to take down this partition. Hopefully I could do it all right and save it, because I actually do like this one. Divides up the, you know what I mean? It's in good shape, this partition. It has the door in it. So I do like that. I don't really want to have to build that one if I don't have to, but again, it's pretty straightforward. It's one wall. So I'm not going to beat my head against the ground if it's difficult to come out easy. I'll to do it like I'll just smash it. But it looks like it shouldn't be too difficult. Just screws up and down the sides and probably a couple at the bottom. Yeah. I think this has got to come out first though. So it does appear that this is the outside sheeting. The outside, I don't know, I think that's aluminum, I don't know. This is aluminum, but this skin, this is the outside skin of the trailer. And this is just the little thin, like this shit, like 1/8 inch. And then there's, so it's 1/8 inch against the outside sheeting. Styrofoam, 1/8 inch. And it goes underneath too. It's 2 layers, so that's a aluminum. And it looks like the floor was sandwiched in between 3/8. So we're gonna have to pull this wall. And on the outside I've seen that bubbling. A couple spots in the back, all here, and even up to in the front here somewhere. So it's coming in from the outside somewhere and it's going down the back of the wall and then coming in the floor. That's why this whole section's wet. But I don't think it's due to this. There's got to be an opening back there. I think that's it for me tonight. Getting a little dusty. Time to shut her down. Getting tired. Only been here for an hour and a half, but it's a pain in the ass work. But it's coming along. Yeah, this is unfortunate, but oh well. I just gotta see what I was planning on doing anyway. Got this. This gotta come off. I'll do a big dump run on Saturday, get rid of everything that I've been tearing out so far. And then we'll just fucking reframe out this side. Do the best we can. Oh, I didn't leave. Kept prepping some more. I see. See what's going on here. Not sure what that is. What is that? Is that the aluminum? Or is that the outside sheeting? That it is. Let me get it. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. That's the outside sheeting. Has the water been getting it away? I don't want to cut it. That's definitely that's the outside. Just didn't do it here. Only did it in certain spots. Not much. Feels like the powder. It's got to be a reaction because I think that outside skin is aluminum. So that's got to be a reaction. Water trapped in between the aluminum and that wet balsa wood or whatever it is, that 1/8 inch stuff or 1/16. For years, must have created some sort of reaction. That's all I could see. So this is the rear of the trailer. There's the vent over the stove. No bubbling anywhere except it starts right there. And you could see, actually, it's better to see at night. You could actually see a little bit of a bubble where that reaction is happening. That chemical reaction. And the aluminum is oxidizing or doing something, and that's right where I was pushing. So, from the vent back, I have to take the wall out, and it's going to be leaking from up here somewhere, coming down the wall. It's mostly right around here. It's nowhere else. Just right here. It's got to be coming from up there. And there's a little bit on this back side. You can see it. So the back wall is going to have to come out. Got rot back there. It's not much on the back, but it's there. The more I think of it, you know what? It's a skylight. It's got to be the skylight. It's coming in the skylight. It's working its way down the back of the trailer, down the back, and it's coming down the side and working its way here. It's that skylight that's not sealed. Yeah, it's still not, it's hard when I push it because I didn't tear the wall there. But here where I did, You can see, and the paint is peeling. That's a very thin aluminum skin. So we'll get this all fixed, and then in the future we'll probably sand this outside down and maybe do some sort of mural on it or something. Not just go silver, we'll do something nice. So still in the shower demo mode. Ripping and tearing. They have these metal bands, and literally they do nothing. They're just, this was just tucked in right there, and it goes all the way down through to the bottom, but it's not, I don't know what it's for. Just literally pull it out. And just right in the corner. Not sure the purpose of it. It's not like holding the bottom to the top. It's just sitting, doing nothing. Interesting though. Still no signs where the leaks are. Yeah, it's actually dry in here. So it's not coming in there. So I thought it was. It still could be. I think it was good. I thought it was going behind here and then getting behind here and coming down, but you can see little pockets. Oh. See how that just powders up. Little sections of it. Maybe this one's sweating because the shower in this back room might not be leaking. Could be just sweating. But we'll keep seeing. That doesn't take account for the floor. For the floor, there's a leak somewhere. Not sure what caused the leak. Oh yeah, that bubbling on the outside, that might not be anything more than so much moisture back here, but who knows. Keep tearing down and discovering as we go. A bit more taking down. Not sure if it's related, but you got fucking screws coming in from the outside. It's all bubbled up around here. Look at that. This is the worst section yet. Huh. Well, I would say it's not it. It's not it. That's it for me for tonight. It appears this side is dry and towards the bedroom is dry. So it looks like it's right about here. Wet and then completely rotten to the core. Insulation, as you can see, it's about inch and a half. Some little, I don't know, I'll probably know when I get this new one section taken out, but I think it's only like 1/16, like it's maybe an 1/8 thick. It's nothing. And then below it is this here, still another layer of it. Let me see something here. just turns to paper. It's like, and then that's the waterproofing membrane right there, which goes to outside. But just the wood, so water, there's a leak somewhere, and it's probably shower and combination here. And it must have been hooked up to water and leaked for a while, I would suspect. Because there's no way somebody would not notice this. So I'm gonna have to gut from pretty much the bedroom back. All the floor is gonna have to come out. And more than likely the walls. And then a whole new bedroom redone. This is worst case scenario is actually happening right now. Making me question life. And in here, that hole right there goes to the outside. So it's very thin. Now, this cross member here, looks like because the floor rotted out so much, over time people had put in so much weight on it, I actually broke the aluminum cross member. Got a little heat going in this bedroom. See that it's down 15 degrees and 77% humidity. Just trying to dry things out a little bit. It was at 88% humidity and 5 Celsius earlier. So this heater seems to be working all right. I don't know if I want to leave it on all night or not. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to. So this is how the floor must be constructed. So these joists are, looks like they're 1.5 inches. So exactly the thickness of the plywood. Or sorry, so the thickness of the insulation. So the insulation is exactly the thickness of the joist. You have a 3/16 piece of crap wood underneath. I'm guessing originally it would have been secured to this metal cross member, and then the insulation would have been laid on top, and then you would have secured after that your top 3/16 of that style of wood on the top. So I'm not sure how I'm going to approach this, because like I said, that's the membrane right there, the waterproof membrane. I don't want to keep cutting it to see what's under there, but I'm almost sure that I have to take that all off also. Yeah, this will be the last video before I go to bed. So I got more taken apart, just to give you an idea what you're looking at. So there's some of the plumbing coming in from underneath. I think that's frame right there, steel. This hole, I didn't really do it myself. I did a little bit of it, but whenever they came up through here, they came up through the membrane, They didn't do any tuck tape or anything around here, or have this membrane on properly, so that was always open to the elements. There's your aluminum cross member. Like I said, this was rotten for so long that the floor was settling here. So then the guys were just, whoever was owned this, just kept walking on this, and then they damaged it. It looks like when Buddy cut the floor out, it's like he zipped right through the top of it unknowingly. So I'll have to figure out a way to do that. And this piece here, it's just made out of a little metal or flashing or something, but it's not connected back here. It's just to run conduit or to run electrical. That's all it is. It doesn't give any support. It kind of floats. It moves around. As you can see, it's just to run conduit or electrical. Now this will give you a better idea of what the material is. Where's my measuring tape? So yeah, you have the 1.5" foam, and then this stuff here, it's like, I don't even know if it's measurable. 3/16. It's paper. That's what's on underneath, and it literally turns to paper. I don't even know if that's what's on underneath, because it's literally like paper. I think it's more, not sure what it would be comparable to, but it's extremely, extremely thin. So I don't think it's the same as the floor. But yeah. So that was... This is just going to be the most difficult section here, obviously. Here to here, and the shower. That's where all your plumbing and all your electrical is. But I'm going to figure out an easier way to do this electrical. It's all 12 volt mostly. Then you got a few 110s. You know, in a trailer this small, you don't need many 110. A couple of them. Maybe 1 or 2 in the bedroom. 1 really. And then 1 or 2 out here. 1 in the bathroom. I think there was more than that though, and there was ducting for heater here, bedroom, bathroom. Like, don't make sense. I'm just going to do half walls here, because this is going to be a bachelor place, so I don't need full walls. So no use ducting going all over the place. Doesn't make sense. Fucking 200 square feet if that. So you can see the floor rod isn't coming any further. So now it's just the monotonous work of cutting out all the rot, bagging it, removing it, and then walking around. I'll have to put some planks across to walk and move, and then see how I'm gonna redo the membrane. If I got to take everything out from underneath this trailer and then put the membrane in and then put everything back, is what I'm thinking. Because I got a feeling there's a tank under here. Well, I might as well cut it because it's coming out anyway, more than likely. Let's see. I think it's the gray water tank here. Oh, that's another cross member. Oh, so that's a steel beam. I think that's the tank. That's your gray water. Yeah, that's right. So that'll be gray water, and that goes over there because it connects to your sink. So yeah, you know what? Once I strip everything from in here, I might be able to do this poly wrap from the top side. But we'll see once I get more exposed in the walls. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it tighter than a whatever. I'm going to do it. Might as well do it to the best of my ability. I'm fucked now. Might as well be fucked with a good trailer. These are jack stands I got to, because the leveling jacks are leveling, the leveling fucking mechanisms on this thing don't work, so I got a bottle jack and jack up the corners and put these jack stands under each corner to level this sucker up. Right now I just have temporary wire power coming through here. And I got a little bit of heat going in here, just trying to take a bit of the humidity out of here. 15 degrees and 58% humidity. I'll get myself I'll seal off this room actually. And get a dehumidifier and suck it dry in here. Actually, I don't even know if I'll run this tonight. It's kind of useless. It'll be better if I do seal this wall off. Yeah. Probably get some, like this shuts. I guess I could put the heater in there and shut that. Keep that going for the night, but it's not sucking the moisture out, so I gotta get it dry first. If I shut this and put the heater in here, it's just gonna cook the moisture. I need to suck it out of everything. My bed probably soaked up a little bit. It's one of those memory foams, but it seems dry, but never know. It's just a quick little video because I'm going to take some of these things apart. So reference for me. Just a little bit how this goes with your wiring. Red and black. Red comes off the back. Goes to the front, then your ground goes up, go to ground. So you're right into here, and then here back out to the orange, ground up to the white. And you got your things here, orange and white. Goes into the back, that away. Won't worry about that other wiring going the other way yet. Then you have your cold, looks like, coming in. Pumps, goes out this hose, over here, up this blue one, to your tap, which is cold, and outside to a tap that's cold there. And then your hot must come in from the bathroom pump, and come up here through this guy. So I'm going to take this pump off and a couple fittings here just to start cleaning this area up, because this all has to come out, get redone later. So I want to try to capture as much as I can to recreate it later. I'll also have some photos right around the same time frame. So this is for your sink. So there's two sides to that thing, here. I'm not sure what this is. What does that say? Vent. Pro vent. So that it was venting under the sink. Kind of strange, because that's just all one piece. And it goes down to your tank, which is under here. So I'm going to cut it right. Just bore it across here. I'm going to cut it just right here. And later I could cut whatever, because yeah, it just comes out of your tank here and then there. All one piece. So I'll just do a little cut here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Yeah, so there. I just cut it. It looks like this is the tank here. But I'm only going to know more once I drop all these tanks underneath. Can't tell if I could turn that off or not. Not sure how it works, but I don't trust anything anyway, like what's in there, so I'll take that out and that'll be flushed and all that stuff. Some new fittings. Okay, thinking of it more, I'm going to cut this Ipex back. Not sure where, but I'm going to get rid of all of it anyway. So I'll see where I can cut it back. If I could cut it back at the wall back there, I will. And then just remove all of this. Let's see if I can see in here. I can't. Where's this light? It's not really putting a light out. Gotta get some power in here. Not just power, but some lights. Some of this battery powered light. But yeah, this is all coming out, so I think for now I'll probably leave it. I'd like to remove it in one full long shot. Easier to kind of duplicate later, but it will do. So unscrew those from the wall right there. Oh, so that's weird. So we got cold, goes out to one, and then goes out to another one. It's not split, it's just cold. So we just moved those. Just moved them out of the way, got them underneath the wiring. And some more of this wiring. So I did the gas here, just pulled it away from the wall a bit. And these two pipes just go in the back. Sure, spot right there. So this wiring goes to this one that originally this orange one and white one went to the pump. I'm actually going to get a piece of tape and mark that pump. And then the rest of these go to the heater here. So it looks like it's orange to red, white to yellow, red to blue, white to blue. Yeah, let's see. So orange on the one coming from the back of the trailer to red on the heater. White on the back of the trailer. Actually, that one's a split one. This white and red are connected. You can see there. So white and red connected. Coming from back of the trailer, go to red goes to a blue, and the white goes to a blue. So we got, oh, I see here. So, oh, it's a white with a red stripe. White with a red stripe from the back goes to the blue that says plus plus plus. And then just solid white goes to the other blue. And then you have a large solid white that goes to the yellow. So I'm also going to take a picture of this, and then I will disconnect these. Ooh. There. Got that wired. That one for your pump. This guy for your heater. And the other, actually the ones for the heater, two of them, the large red and orange go under, so that probably goes to your main power box, that one. And then here's probably exhaust, and your gas for your lower, your heater, and then right there, gas for your stove. I'm just gonna try to pull this rotten wood out from under there. So just to give you some live action, just to show you how rotten it is. It just rips up, and I just piece by piece put it in the bag. Styrofoam covered in that wood, it just turns to literally paper. It's crazy. Literally just turns to paper. Like, this is brutal. So really, maybe I'll see if I can set my camera up and show you me taking apart this corner. I probably should put some tape on the end of that. So I don't get crap in it. This one I'm not too worried about, but might as well too. Sheets over there. Looks like there's a cross number right there. And you're at this point there, you don't even try to save anything. Like, you gotta come to acceptance that this is gonna be a full rebuild. And you just, yeah, you go through all your different stages, buy your trailer, you're all excited. Yay, got a trailer. Then you start opening it up and start to get disgusted. And you're angry. Mad. And sad. Then acceptance. I'm going to move forward. That's where I am. Acceptance. And I'm going to make it amazing. Take a little work. Get it down to bare bones. And once I do, it's like a artist's blank canvas. Do whatever I want. This is awesome. Just a little work to get there. That's alright. Good exercise. And we get to see how it's built. We get knowledge. That's the membrane. Oop. Membrane I'm at right here. The styrofoam had that laminate, whatever they call it, Luan, or some bullshit name like that, on the bottom and the top of 1.5 inch styrofoam, which just turns to paper as soon as it gets moisture on it. Definitely make better products today. And I'm thinking the bottom one might not even be needed. And the top one might not even be needed. Today's insulation, but especially that rigid foam insulation, some of the outside skins of it. This wall will come down later too. That didn't take too long to do a little area. Yeah, it's just plastic. Looks like a cross member there. I'll cut this all out later. I just don't want to do it yet because I'll lose all this material down onto the ground and it's just harder to pick up. But you can see that goes to the outside. So this sheeting, yeah. Then we got, looks like a block of wood here. So this looks like one of your this looks like to be a point load for one of the walls. This is, yeah, you have, looks like your walls are situated on a couple point loads that probably go down to the frame. Like a cross member or something right there. I think that's what that steel pin is. That probably goes right to the cross member. And then the wall sits on that. Because then you have big gaps which are unsupported. I'm guessing that's consistent throughout. Yeah, it's just too bad that floor wouldn't be tied into the wall. And then at least then you could have a membrane that's goes from wall to floor. But we'll figure it out. We'll do something like that before we put it back together. Yeah, that's where the stove is. And now I'm just gonna probably cut some of these pipes out right now before I take this wall down. I want to get this trailer jacked up and squared before I take the wall down, just in case that it actually holds a bit of structural integrity to this trailer. So I'm off a little bit. Potentially something could shift. So I want to make sure I'm perfectly square and level, but well, it could be. Like, they're just shitty walls, but you never know. right? They're tied into the outside. So it could be if it's possible to have a structural wall in an RV, could be a structural wall. But I'll definitely make sure my trailer is perfectly square before I rip it out. Square and level. Then they're coming out. Same as for this one. Since I'm making this a bachelor spot, what I'm thinking of is just some pony walls. 2 pony walls on each side. Or no walls. So you can see the blue lines or whatever. 2 goes in, and there's a split right there for your waters that go through the wall here. That's for your knobs for your shower. And at the top, you carry on there. Down here, it's like a drain port. Here, on the corner, all the way down the back, come out here, and then to your hot water tank. So right now, I'm just going to cut them right there. And then I'm going to pull them through. Or right there, one of those spots. And I'm just going to pull them through so I can get rid of all of these. Not get rid of them, but I'll save them for kind of a template. But that's what's happening. And there it is. Without those water lines. Just cut it right there. Let's hold it to the floor. Dry as a bone in here. It's been raining. So yeah, this floor is just a big wick. And these walls made out of that same product. Your floor gets wet. Candle wick. All the way up. And then you'll get some of this corrosion on your aluminum. That's what happens. Bad product. But also you shouldn't be leaving your floors get this wet. If you would have got them wet and then caught it right away, it wouldn't have wicked all the way up over the years. I don't think this was a couple month leak. This was a while. So there's where I was. I was about to go home. I was like, you know what? I'll take down that shelf. And just had to show you what it looks like under there. So I cut the water up there. It goes back to your tank. But look at the screws these guys used for this little shelf. They're fucking like every 2 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches, 2 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, 4 inches. Look at the length of them. They're like fucking 2-inch screws. Look at this one. Look at the fuckers. I don't even think the trailer's that thick. Like, unbelievable. That's what it looks like behind here. Here. GCs. Probably should not be breaking these. They're probably $40 each. Distribution kind of power block there. Oh, I see. That's where your plug-in. Your plug-in comes in from the outside. There's a hole right there. I pulled it through. Coils up. Then goes into there. And then that monstrosity. Oh yeah, orange wire probably goes back, and I bet you. Oh, I see it right there. Yeah, be one of the main powers for that. That's your breaker panel. So you power it up from the outside. That orange, big thick orange one, goes under there. You can see it right there. Goes to your. It's backwards, but goes to your breaker panel, and that'll supply power to everything when you're on shore power. Oh boy. So here's the water heater that I got to take out. The floors are up and below it. So this switch was just screwed there. These little guys. So it looks like this just comes apart. So here, I put the phone down for a quick second. Just pops apart. So that little thing just came off there. So I knocked that. And it went like that. If you were looking at it this way, that was like that. So yellow to the right hand side. This just has a single wire, so we'll remove that and put it wherever. Fish it through here and get this out. See where that goes back there. And we have some just twist tied up here. I'm not sure why they're there. But we'll see what the wires go under there. And we have cold and hot going under the floor there. I'm not sure what for. I'll go outside and check right now, actually. What's that? Let's go see what's under there. Should be right here. It's not in here. This is gas. What is this? Not sure what that that's. Not sure what that is. So I don't know what that goes through, but I'll just start taking stuff apart here slowly. That must be gas. Oh, I see. So I looked at the gas part of that on the outside of the wall right there. Obviously it's heated by gas. So yeah, that section I was looking at is outside to light the tank. I'll probably light the supply gas going in here. I gotta look into that more. But we see, once it heats up, your red comes out, goes that way, under there, and it came there. And then went to that red that I had removed earlier. That goes to your tap into the outside. Now that we removed it, these are just shut-off valves all over the shut-off valve there, shut-off valve here. Your cold comes in from over there, because that's where you inlet your cold. So it would go up to your sink, and then also come all the way through here, under there, cold up here for your bathroom sink. Then cold goes into here and comes out hot. Yeah, so it'll come through the bottom cold, and cold stays at the bottom. This line goes to your toilet, bottom, that's your toilet, all the way around, which would go to your sink, or inlet from the outside. And I see, okay, this is coming pressurized from the pump from below the sink. Which pressurized from the pump below the sink, tees off. One goes to the toilet, and one goes to the cold inlet side of the pump. And then hot out. I just don't know why it tees down there. I guess excess. Oh, it's shut. That valve is shut. Comes out. That's why that valve's open. That valve's open. Keeps going. There's no other valve. So I guess those are just valves for repair. If you got to do a repair, you shut that one. Keep the rest of the line set up. This one here is shut. That guy's open. That guy's open. No other valves. None that I see. And I'll check the other ones out with the diagrams where the on and offs are going to be, where you put the valves to open and close it. So this is just, I pulled this out because it just has a connector on the back of it. It goes into that. That sits in there. So it's just a little plastic housing. It sits in there. And the wire connects through there. Just to kind of show me the future. It's next to that. And another connection right there connects to that part of this little circuit board. So, and it looks like this is probably your shore power coming in to power this up. Some numbers there if you need them. And also it looks like you gotta go to the panel outside and unscrew this. Because just give it a little lift. Looks like that's connected on the outside there. With some screws. Oh, this is one screw there. Let's just take that off. Oh, and it's a star. Of course, it's a star. Keep switching them around. I'll take that panel off and unscrew that before I go outside. So I just unscrewed that panel. I'm going to take a screenshot of it. There it says. Okay, I see. So I'll undo this, pull this grommet off, get these guys out of there. Then you have a ground right there, copper. I'll unscrew that, and we can get this electrical unhooked. Actually, I wonder if I can just untwist that right now. So stopping the camera. This one I need pliers. I don't think I have any pliers in here. I'll just hit pause here for now. There, so I just got a little pair of pliers. One wasn't too tight. There's a green nut. That's done. That's the one that's off. That goes underneath. Actually, I see now, so those wires go underneath to that thing. Through that conduit, same as we have over there. So that'll go under there, up and over there. All connected. That way, which all goes to that distribution box, which all begins off of that incoming source power here. Right here, so that's usually what goes outside. That black thing, you plug in the source power, comes up, goes here. And this orange we have here. It's orange. Where does that white come from? I'll figure it out, but there's that. Back here. So the white goes away. This one here will disappear once I go outside. Unscrew there. It looks like there's two over there, and I can pull this unit away from the wall. So there's the outside again. I'm just being quiet because there's some other tiny houses around here. There's two of them over there. Don't want to annoy anybody. So these are the two that are connected to the unit there. Two flatheads. See back there. Good focus. Two flatheads. I think that they're the only ones that are potentially holding it. Maybe. Anyway, I'll take those two out and go give it a little tug and see what happens. So, I took those two screws out. Just a little short. The other two are still in, but I unscrewed them. I just didn't pull them out, so I'm just going to drop them. So I took this thing off. Just had those two short little Phillips. I'm going to go inside now. Give it a little tug. I might take this guy off. Actually, right now, while you're here. Oh, that's corroded good. Don't need to take it off. Well, let's go inside and see if it worked. Oh boy. That didn't do it. Oh, that one is just for that. Oh yeah, so yeah, that two screws took this off. That's disconnected now. That's how that goes. Then those other two were for this wiring bracket. Just held there like that. So we got one here, looks like a screw. That's still on solid. Not sure where that's connected. Obviously that top middle one. Whew, getting sore from getting bent over. That might be the long one right there. Put you down for a sec. Look at the ground. Might be this guy. Oh, that's tight. Long one. Right up top. In the back there. Yeah, that's it, because that's the threads. And let's go in. Still connected. So, what am I missing? I think I'm just gonna have to unscrew everything. I think some of those screws out there, it's all plated right to the back of that. So let's go and see. I'm almost sure a lot of these, this one actually, it's probably these four. That one. That one. I say that's it. I almost feel like taking this off. Can I do it without breaking it? Oh yeah, where's my little snip? Or my knife? Oh, I'm tired. Maybe I could order a new one. It's not too badly broken. This is the hot water tank. So, it's like that. It's connected in there. It's connected here. I might just have to go take out all those screws on the other side. So I could see what's going on. Obviously connected at a few points. Those two wires come up through there. Okay, I'm gonna go and check the other side. I'm just taking out all the screws that go around the perimeter. There are all these little screws. Well, not little, but the last one is this guy here. Oops. Oh, find that screw. Fuck. I don't think this has anything to do with the inside, but I just wanted to make sure. Maybe it does. I'm gonna take that guy off. Maybe. Maybe that one has something to do with it. So the screws I undid outside, I just gave it a couple quick tugs. It looks like it's moving now at least. I took off just the sheeting over the gas line. It goes down there. So it looks like it might go all out. How you service it. So I'm going to go take off that spot where the gas is connected. And do that. Actually, I might pull right out of that bottom casing. I'm gonna go out and try that. There's the gas coming into it, so I just gotta cut that rubber away. Expose this nut so I could loosen it and disconnect it. And I think For the most part, I'm going to be able to slide it out. Can't really film while I cut and pull that rubber off. That was a little tricky. Just getting one of these guys on it. And then just have to do it. Tight little spot. Okay, there, it's unhooked. Let's go inside. Comes out there through that grommet. Just gonna yank this fucker out. Right, what else we got here? Maybe some wires. Better not pull too far. See if I can set it up here. So, looks like it's somewhat out, but these things are very tight. Just looks like the wiring goes to the back of here, so I'm gonna have to take this out. And the other wiring goes to the back of this one. So I'll have to take out both of those black things and disconnect the wiring. This brown goes to here. So it looks like all this front has to come off. I'm just going to start unscrewing. Actually, looking at it a bit closer, I see those two reds and the brown going out. That's where I thought I had to unscrew those panels. Here's those other ones that came off and plugged into that module. So that goes through this little bracket right there. And these ones come off this bracket, I believe. They're probably tied right here. Pause here. Alright, so I just took that black tape off. So yeah, so that's the one that goes to the module. Those two go outside. These two we took off earlier with the Moretz. Then these two that are also connected there are hooked here. Red to red. Green to brown. And blue to darker blue. So I'm going to disconnect this. Take a picture of these. Well, don't have to take a picture. Photo right here. That's how that works. And take that off. Take these Moretz. And then feed this through. And then pull this sucker out. So there's that. So now that's all disconnected. Just gonna feed it through here. Get it all right here. As much as I can. And I will pull the sucker through. Let's hope it works. Here we go. Got a And it's out. Our wires are up on the inside. Here. Somehow try to bench test this before it goes back in. Or if I could bring it somewhere to get it checked over. I'll do that. So definitely want to be safe. That looks nasty in there. That's how you take out a water tank. That was not fun. Now you got a big old gaping hole. But that's alright. There are fucking gaping holes everywhere. Literally. Alright, I'm gonna put this inside and that's it for the night. Keep all my little parts together. So there, I'll just put a little bag over the outside, label those couple wires, hot water. And I'll pull this plumbing out later. That little bracket that was just sitting there. That's the sucker right there. Yeah, definitely would like to clean it up or bench test it for the corrosion. Could be still perfectly functional, which more than likely it is. Just looks, it will look like it. Yeah, I just did a black garbage bag, or a white garbage bag, and duct taped it. But like I said, fucking gaping holes everywhere. But at least they're in the bottom. That one will take in rain. Well, I am done for the night. I don't think there's any other noticeable markings on here for identifying it. So I'll tape up those backs. That's about it. Sticker in the corner. How the hell are you going to read that? See, hot water. What goes up here? Pressure release, probably. Lots of corrosion. That's the heater. What else I got out here? That's the heater. It's a hot water tank. It's a stove. That's the fridge. So all the gas units are out. Now I remove that plumbing. Just gotta take down some walls in there. And remove this wall, that wall, pull out all this plumbing, make sense of the wiring, remove all this floor, expose it to the ground, drop that shit tank, and then hopefully in the next couple days, probably pull these walls out too. And then in the next couple days, at least get one 4x8 sheet in here. And I will insulate from the bottom. And then poly from the bottom. That's the goal. But we will see. Today's Tuesday. I was thinking of doing that by Saturday or Sunday. But slow and steady. Here, baby. A little update for you. Stove gone. Propane heater gone. Sink gone. There's the fridge. There's the stove. There's the heater. There's the water tank. This is the bathroom. That's where the water tank was. And I'm taking down this wall, all of this floor. And these two walls. And hopefully this is just gaping until the outside. And then Sunday maybe put its first sheet of plywood in there. Maybe. Probably not.
He's got to chip smarter, not harder. Is it? He's got to chip smarter, not harder. So look at the angles, bud. Yeah. The shapes. Literally, yeah. Make sure you have a point to go into.
I love watching like a Chadwick would just mindlessly stab.
Yes, exactly.
So hard.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing it with attention.
Yeah.
That's dry.
Yeah. Perfect.
Hey, Devin, there's that long flat bit. You want that one?
Actually, no, I will.
Yeah, it'll probably do a nicer clean cut on that.
Oh yeah, so that hole's pointing this way. This is the one, right? So that's going that way. And he's coming in over this way. It's like an S curve.
They're literally parallel to each other, just not on level.
Oh, here is the bathroom. You come in. There's the outside. There's where the hot water tank was. And there's where the sink was. So, just to give you an idea, I cut this little section out. Aluminum framing. It looks like there's a piece of wood there, and that's the curvature to the back of the RV here. That's what it is. So you got your 3/16, whatever style plywood that is. They call it Luan, I guess. And then that should be at the bottom too, sandwiched in between 1.5 inch foam. But here's my bottom Luan. So top, bottom's there. It just turns paper. And a whole bunch of sheets of little paper. Make it sweat. Then it just sits on. This is your tarp, your membrane, waterproof membrane that goes on the bottom. And then just sits on top of that waterproof membrane. And that's your floor. And this here is my black water tank. Little shit tank. And I'm going to take that out right now. So I'm going to pull that out, and I might just cut back a little bit farther here. Pull that out, and I went underneath, and it doesn't look like nothing's secured, which is odd. Looks like it comes out from the top, and it just sits on the frame, not being secured anywhere. So I'm going to cut this section of wood out, and then expose this, see what I see. And just to show you where I am, I'm actually going to cut those pipes right flush with the wall there, so I got more room here. And I might even cut out this vent. So that's your vent to your shit tank. Go straight up. I might cut that just to give me some working room right now. It looks like in this corner I have a nice piece of actually wood we'll see what that is. Something for a bit of structure or support in my corners, I'd suspect. Usually you don't see any wood. It's hard going through this stuff because it's not wet. It's a little wet here, but I could tell, I don't think the hot water tank is where the original leak came from. Not sure where it came from, but I don't think it came from up top because it's raining out and these walls are dry. Like I said, that's your galvanic corrosion going on. I did notice it's sweating a lot right here. I don't know if that's because I'm just in here. You can see the moisture. But, or it could have just been, you know, a pipe leak. Simple as that. Over time, slow drips. Anyway, I'm going to take out that pipe right there. And I want to keep all the pipe because at the end, once I got my flooring back on, I want to put all the pipe back, the originals, just above ground, tape together how it went, and then see if I could figure out a more efficient way, or I'll just buy some new pipe and put it back in exactly the same method, or I'm just going to set it up the way it's going to work for me best. But things that can't change, hot water tank's got to go back there. You got your propane, your stove has got to go back here, and your heater because of the propane. And same as for the fridge, because of the propane. Everything else can be modified. And even that, if I don't want to go with gas, I could move things around. Here we are again. Figured I'd stop right here. Make this little video because it's kind of a key section on how it's constructed. So there's the outside. That's the outside right there. There's a little tarp hanging in front. There's your outside aluminum side rail there. And this is how it tied in. So you have your 3/16 on the bottom, your 1.5 inches, and then 3/16 on the top. That is where your aluminum channel is sitting on top. So that goes on under like that. The piece of 3/16 is on the underside of that aluminum channel. And then the insulation is butted right up against the aluminum channel. That'll be right to the top of the aluminum channel. And then 3/16 overlay on top of that, which would be covering the aluminum channel. So that's how that works. So these guys just fell through, but that was like that. With the blue one, the same thing. These are valves, just to release, open and close. I guess hot water outside or to drain the tank. What I see, looks like we have a big chunk of wood on this corner. Probably goes to the exterior. It's got to be sitting on the frame, and it looks like it has a steel pin in it, and that's where the support comes from. Probably your wall there. It looks like same thing here, except this one's rotten. I can stick my finger in it. So this is majority of the leaky area. I don't see one here, but that's definitely a support section for this entire vertical structure, because then it just free floats everywhere else. I'm guessing those are probably placed every so many feet, is my suspicion. They're a little messy in here. It must be a bit overwhelming. Better have a strong back. If not, just take painkillers. bent over a lot. Oh, my lights burnt out. My headlamps gone. This is just my phone light. But I got all that plumbing out. I got all the insulation and flooring out. This is just your underlayment, that waterproof membrane. That's your tank. Kind of vacuumed it all up. This is your, just what passes under your floor. Your channel, or your wiring is in it. Just a housing to go under your floor. And then, yeah, plug that goes to your shitter. That's inside your shitter, your vent. It goes up to your roof. And yeah, looks like your corners are wood. The other ones go directly to outside. I showed you that cross member piece. Save that over here. Yeah. So that goes directly outside, and your aluminum channel sits right on where my thumb is and butted up right against there. Then on the top you have the same thickness. Yeah, I'm not taking this out tonight. It's pitch black. Can't see nothing. It goes right to the outside. But I kind of vacuumed it all up and just cleaned it, and I put a tarp underneath outside. So tomorrow will be more than likely, we'll see. I might just do something simple tomorrow. I might just get this house, or this this RV up on jack stands in each corner, level it, and then once I have it leveled, I know I could pop these walls out just in case there's any sort of structural integrity to them. Right now I'm level, but my leveling jacks on this thing don't work. So I'm going to jack it up, jack stand each corner, make sure I'm level, and pop this wall out. Might be the best thing to do instead of getting all excited and wanting to rip this out right away, because it's got to come out. Like, all this floor's got to come out. So why not do it in one shot, remove this wall, and keep pulling it before I start ripping out this membrane, and then just being exposed to the environment longer than necessary. It doesn't make any sense, even though I want to see what's under there and exactly how it comes out, but we'll take our time. I just hung up my cables. It's that fun wall. Epoxy resin the shit out of it. Fiberglass, epoxy, thicken it up a little bit. We'll see what happens there, but that's my thoughts. It's aluminum. When people fix aluminum boats with epoxy style resin, and it actually holds water in, so I'm sure this wall is seeing a lot less pressures than that. So that's the route I'm going to be taking there. Yeah. It looks like there's a... So there's another... It's your 1.5 inch aluminum, and then lumber. Piece of wood all the way down to the back. So interesting to see why and where and how those tie into the corners. I'm going to research tonight and see if anybody else has exposed that. But it's going to be a common practice. I'm guessing right here. Oh, right here there's a steel beam. So that's steel. Yeah, you can hear it. There's a steel beam right under there. So that must be a corner piece. And that's lagged right into it for support. So I'm not sure where I left off, but that's what that is. I got the place leveled. Some jack stands outside. Like this. Because those guys are broke. And now I am taking down these walls. This wall is just literally, what is that? It's an inch and a half piece of wood by, what is that? 3/4 inch. For its studs. That's the electrical on the inside. So we'll just take screws out of these guys and pull this apart. I don't think there's really anything on this side to look at. Oh, it looks like that electrical goes up there. I'm gonna switch here. So I'm coming through the wall there. See how that wall's coming down. So that's where I am now. Make sure to take pictures so you get all your wires back if they come undone. What I do to get through the electrical when it's through the wall there, I just take this stuff. I got some scissors. And I just snip it where the wires are running through, and then it almost cuts like paper. I just got these at Home Depot for sheet metal. And then I could get all the wires out of that wall where they drilled the holes to take it apart. And now I'm going to take off those couple screws, pull that one off, get this one out over here, and then seeing how time is, I might do the microwave, the hood, and start taking out the cabinets, and then try to get to the dump. I took these off. I'm not keeping this stuff. Just the way they're angled and how tall I am, and with those shelves that open up, I must have hit my head on them 5-6 times today, and I just ripped them off the walls. Couldn't take it anymore. So that's where I am at. So this other wall's coming out. I'm gonna try to leave this plumbing. I think this plumbing is good. It goes to your gray water, I believe. Like, I'll replace it in the future, but I don't want to cut it out right now. So in order to get this wall out, this microwave's got to come out. And they're just black screws, 4 of them. I'm just throwing them in my screw bin. Just look for black ones when I put it back together, or whatever I could find that looks good. Fan, I'm guessing there's a couple screws in there. That probably just comes out, and there's probably a little bit of plumbing back there. You see the electrical comes through the wall. Up there. And then there. Also there. And then at the bottom. So just gotta be a little careful at removing it. Take a few pictures here. Well, the first 2 wires I cut. This black and white wood for the hood just went up through the bottom hole. This came to here, and I had it unscrewed and it was hanging, and I just couldn't do it with one hand. So that runs through there. That goes through the back. So this is coming down, smashing. I wish I could set this up and watch it smash, because I know it's fun to watch, but you can do it for yourself and enjoy it. Oh yeah, there's also, for this, there's a 110 outlet the microwave was plugged into goofily through that little crack onto this side. It goes up there. And it's all your 12-volt wires for the rest. Here's your 110 coming down. Going over. This is where we're at. Got a little carried away, I think. Just tearing stuff apart. This came off here, so these two black and white wires light up this little LED light that was underneath. Looks like this is something he put in later. I actually might keep it. I'll light it up later to see what it looks like, but that's where this guy goes. I'll take a picture of that later. And then it's just more wiring. Got a speaker under there. Another light, speaker. So I'll take that out. And all these speakers wires too. I'll probably just got them. Who needs hardwired speakers in this little thing? Cell phone would be almost too loud in here. So as soon as I get these wires all removed, I'll do another little video before I smash it. There's my door to come in. This was the bathroom where the hot water heater was, toilet was, shower, cupboards, microwave, stove, sink. Load the truck, do a dump run. This is where I'm at. What a job. Got a little carried away, and I've actually unscrewed all of these cupboards because the walls start to get better and better. Like there's less and less rot, so I didn't want to just rip stuff because this is all still good. If anything, I might fur it out just to get a bit more insulation, but more than likely these walls are not coming out. You can see, you know, they're not rotten or anything down at the bottom, so we're good. I checked out back probably almost into about the seam, just with little bubbles on the paint, so there's a little bit of moisture back there. Still no signs of the leak, but yeah, cupboards are out. Didn't really go looking for the leak yet because I think it's up there somewhere. Or it's low and it wicked up, which could be it also. That's just because that 3/16 Luan or whatever it is, it's literally like a candle wick, so it gets wet and it just wicks water. Because my wall actually got drier the closer it went to the top, which just doesn't make sense. Soaking wet at the bottom and then got drier as it went up. So with that Luan, it literally, it's a candle wick, so it's a bad material. Light, when you use that sandwich style that they got set up, Luan, however you pronounce it, 1.5" foam, and then Luan glued together, it makes for a sturdy product if you're going to step on it for walls, but it's a garbage product. I'm going to start loading the truck up. Starting to look like something.